anyone's asked me the craziest thing or the biggest thing that's happened to you, it's starting up. But I think eventually boils down to why you started up, whether even I should have started up. Those are questions that even after 6 years of starting up still come back, right? Did I take the wrong route a little too early, or was it a good thing that I did it that early? I think, but in hindsight, I would still think that I'm glad that I did it. I don't mind if I have to waste another 3 more years and I fail. It's okay. People will tell me that you've invested a lot of time, you haven't earned money, so I've invested money also, and also sort of put in an initial investment and lost the prime years, right?
But what are you saying? What do you mean by lost your prime years? Come on.
Dude, I didn't have money to do anything. So, in fact, so here's how I would travel. I love traveling. I love riding my bike around. My bike broke down and I couldn't get it fixed for 2 years. So I would just once in a while take my friend's bike out and get my urge fixed. But my other hacks to traveling was I volunteered as a guide for a trekking company.
Okay.
So I would take a bunch of people, techies who just wanted to, the weekend warriors as we used to call them, take them out to a hill close by. It would either be Gokarna, Wayanad, not within the city. So we'd leave on Friday night, come back on Sunday night. I would do this at least 2 weekends a month, right? So not only did I get to do this for free, I also got paid. And this was about 3 years into my startup journey, right? So Playo is already established, and people didn't think that the founder of Playo would be the trek guide. Not that Playo is big or I'm too big, but people were pleasantly surprised that the founder of Playo is here with us. That was great, and I'm not a natural swimmer. I still don't know to swim too well, but scuba diving always fascinated me. Through this company, the trekking company, I got to do my first dive too. And that's when I did it for free, got paid for it. I'm like, yeah, bring it on, give me more of this. Unfortunately, the company shut down. But I figured that I love scuba diving and need to do more of it. And so wherever I can, I've just done about 7 dives so far, but it's been, my travel destinations have to be close to the water so that I can dive.
Right.
So that's been...
Is this in Andaman?
No, we went to Gokarna.
Okay.
Close to Gokarna, Murdeshwar. Netrani Islands.
Okay.
So that's where we dived. And post which, I went to Thailand.
Okay.
Again, not a paid trip. The government of Thailand was hosting a tech conference, a startup conference for the people of Thailand. And they wanted someone to talk about sports business.
Right.
And they got in touch with us and they asked me if, I can come there and give a talk. I said, okay.
Yeah.
And
do you have scuba gear?
And I went there, and so luckily my accommodation and the flights were taken care of. So I was like, okay, it's a relief. So my plan was go there, talk and come back. And then I realized they're also paying me to come there. I'm like, dude, I'm diving. So I took that money, spent a week in Thailand because of the money they gave me, and that was the only way I used to travel. And this is what I've been doing for the past 5 years. And recently, I think with a trickle of money coming in, I'm doing a bit more.
Okay.
So, but 2020 has come and we can't really travel anymore. So it's okay.
Yeah. That's quite interesting. I mean, scuba diving, if I'm not wrong, there's this, you're from FABS, right? So isn't Karan, do you know Karan, who is into scuba diving? And no? I mean, this is just completely off the record, but yeah.
No, so I'm not a big time scuba. I'm not part of the community.
How do you even get into that? I mean, you were going to all these treks and all that.
So I was the guide, right? So all I had to do was take them to the spot, get them introduced to the divers, and get the people who are with me to dive. So the divers were like, since you've brought in 30 people, we'll push in a free slot. So I'm like, okay, I'm here, I'm free. So that worked well for me. And post which, I don't mind spending on scuba diving anymore.
Right.
I don't have a certification really. It's been the Discover Scuba Dives, but it's been great. I would love to go back. It's a different world out there.